Akron, Ohio. At this point last year, Hideki Matsuyama seemed an unstoppable force in the game. He closed his Sunday round at the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational with 3 consecutive birdies on his way to a course record-tying 61 and a 5-stroke victory. A year removed from that commanding performance, Matsuyama has just a single top 10 finish this year on the PGA Tour, a tie for 4th place at the limited field Sentry Tournament of Champions, and is in danger of missing the Tour Championship for the first time since 2013. "I have been watching my place in the FedEx Cup, and I have some work to do," said Matsuyama, who is currently 86th on the FedEx Cup points list. "I've never been in this position before, and so I'm going to have to get on my game and play well these last couple of weeks." WGC-Bridgestone Invitational. Articles, photos and videos. Matsuyama explained that his issue this season has been with his ball striking, which has always been one of the strongest parts of his game. He's slipped in nearly every statistical category, including strokes gained, off the tee, strokes gained, approach to the green, and strokes gained, tee to green. "I started out the new season and I really haven't played that well. I've been grinding and practicing hard," he said. "Hopefully, this will be a week that I can catch the magic again and play well." Article tags, 2018 WGC-Bridgestone Invitational, Hideki Matsuyama. Akron, Ohio. An elbow injury that forced Henrik Stenson to withdraw from the Scottish Open earlier this month continues to be an issue for the Swede. On Tuesday at the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational, his first start since the Open, Stenson said his left elbow is still not 100% despite having last week off to rest. "I was hoping it was going to clear out more than it did last week, but it really didn't get much improvement," Stenson said. "I can certainly hit shots, but it's just a little stiff in the morning. It takes a little while to get going." WGC-Bridgestone Invitational. Articles, photos and videos. Stenson tied for 35th at Carnoustie after not being sure he could play. He said he continues to have treatment on his elbow as he enters a busy stretch of the season. "Hopefully it will clear up in the next couple of weeks just by playing, and if not we'll just have to try to figure out the best plan of action," said Stenson, who is scheduled to play this week in next week's PGA Championship. Stenson, who finished runner-up at Firestone in 2013, said his elbow doesn't hurt at impact, but he does have discomfort if he attempts to grip the club firmly and during parts of his backswing when the club becomes heavy. Article tags, 2018 WGC-Bridgestone Invitational, Henrik Stenson. Akron, Ohio. As surprises go, this one ranks just ahead of the sun rising in the east. But then anytime the powers that be start digging into players' bags, there will be interest. As a steady rain cut short most practice schedules on Tuesday at the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational, players mulled around the range at Firestone Country Club talking equipment. No, the topic didn't address the hottest new driver or what putter Tiger Woods may or may not put into play this week. Instead, conversations focused on an announcement that had been months in the making. Dr. Although the proposed clarification will undergo a 6-week feedback period and wouldn't become the law of the land until next year, most observers figure this to be a foregone conclusion. Dr. No one wants to see the world's best with their heads buried in a book with a tournament on the line. And for a game that's riddled with slow play issues, having countless data points to study on every 5-footer doesn't help the narrative. Full field tee times from the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational. WGC-Bridgestone Invitational. Articles, photos and videos. "I think it's a good thing. Everybody is moaning of golf being slow and boring. That's one thing that slows it down," Ross Fisher said. Bubba Watson said it best, "You look at guys like Tiger, Woods, and Jordan Spieth, probably 2 of the best putters we've seen play the game. They don't use green books. They just go with what they feel." In the name of full disclosure, Fisher has used a green reading book in the past. In fact, nearly every PGA Tour player has used one at various times as the books have gained in popularity, even Spieth. "I've used it a little," Henrik Stenson said. Lot of times for me it's better not to use it for anything more than just a general guide, because if I see a putt being straight, the book says it should go a little bit left and I trust the book and it doesn't go that way, I kind of kick myself all the way to the next tee box. But if Tuesday's sample of the Bridgestone field is any indication, players may have embraced, to wildly varying degrees, green reading books, but that doesn't mean they've liked them. For many it was a necessary evil. And soon it could be an evil they won't miss. In fact, given the inevitability of the clarification, many tour types don't think the proposed change goes far enough. If approved, books will be allowed to show a minimum slope of 4%, about 2 degrees, and will be limited in scale. If it was me, I would just ban them completely, and I use them, but I think green reading is a skill that can be developed just like your swing, Rory McIlroy said. It's sort of halfway there. They are trying to come up with a solution that isn't the whole way, but if it were me I'd say get rid of them. It's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's the full step. A full step, by the way, McIlroy and many others see things as a full ban on the books, otherwise it leads to even more questions and arguably bigger concerns. How, for example, will officials police the policy if it's approved? What's to stop people this week, for example, if it wasn't allowed but there's still a green book from last year, what's to stop people from using them, Fisher said. Are you going to go around checking people to make sure they have them? How can you stop us from making our own? It's a tough one. There's also issues concerning the minimum slope indication, which was set at 4%. Because, according to the announcement, that number equates roughly with the amount of slope that is readily visible to the naked eye. To be fair, you'd have the entire 18th green at Shinnecock mapped, smiled Stenson, who was only half joking. I don't think there was anything less than 4% on that one. The proposal has created more questions than answers for those whose livelihood depends on the fine print of what has been billed as a clarification. What's to stop guys from going out on the greens with a level and seeing what the slopes are and doing it themselves? McIlroy asked. They should just say no green books and gradient measuring devices on the course during practice. The only thing that's certain is that Dr. and Jared Lyle and his family revealed on Tuesday that the former PGA Tour player's body was no longer able to fight his battle against leukemia. Lyle, a peer favorite on every tour on which he competed, has been placed on palliative care. Upon hearing the news, the golf world reacted with sadness. Life is precious and we all take it for granted too often. Seeing the picture of Jared Lefka hugging his family with not long to live brought tears to my eyes. Peace be with you, you'll be missed. Jared x Luke Donald, at Luke Donald, July 31, 2018. Jared has fought with the heart of a lion, always with dignity and a smile, surrounded by his loving family. We love you, please rest peacefully knowing how inspirational and beloved you remain in all our hearts. https://t.co/DCR8ers 6, Ian Baker Finch, Adab Finchy, July 31, 2018. Thoughts with Jared, his family and friends. pic.twitter.com/BSRZVDOG3, Thomas Bjorn, at Thomas Bjorn Golf, July 31, 2018. Jared Lyle update. We need a miracle for this great man, please. https://t.co/@18qd1tf2, Greg Chalmers, at Greg Chalmers, July 31, 2018. Sad news today about Jared Lefka. He fought an unbelievable fight for so long. Awful that it ends this way. He was a blast to hang around, could make you laugh. Horschel family sends all their love. Golf, July 31, 2018. Prayers for Jared Lefka and his family. He is an inspiration to all of us for his long and courageous fight against cancer. God bless him. Bo Hustler, at Bo Hustler, July 31, 2018. Absolutely devastating news about Jared Lefka. He is a courageous fighter, incredible human being and a great friend and father. We are all with you, buddy. Brendan Steele, at Brendan Steele, July 31, 2018. The most beautiful picture concerning golf that you guys will see for a very long time. My heart's bleeding for him and his beautiful family. pic.twitter.com/nr5bvimd, Kip Henley PGA LOPR, at Keith Henley, July 31, 2018. What I would give to have one more round of golf with this amazing man Jared Lyle. So proud of you for the amazing fight you have put up. I'll never forget all the laughs and good times. https://t.co/mofesnix, Colt Nost, at Colt Nost, July 31, 2018. Thinking of Jared Lyle and his fam today. Sad news from Down Under. The man always made PBL laugh and wore a smile 24/7. Praying for miracle, Willie Wilcox, at Will Wilcox Golf, July 31, 2018. 2018 continues to be a sad one for the golf community. Tough to put into words how brave Jared Lelefka has been his entire life. The man has epitomized positivity and courage throughout his ordeals and setbacks. Everyone can learn a lot from the way Jared has lived his life. Ewan Porter, at Ewan Ports, July 31, 2018. Although beautiful, life is also plagued with pain. Please be praying for God's comfort and love to surround the Lyle family as they face this storm. This week's World Golf Championship, which will be relocated to Memphis next year and called the WGC FedEx Street Jude Invitational, will be anchored by a foursome of marquee pairings, starting on Thursday with Rory McIlroy and defending champion Hideki Matsuyama teeing off at 10:20 a.m. ET, and followed in the next group at 10:30 a.m. by Jason Day and Tiger Woods, who qualified at the 11th hour with his tie for 6th place at the Open 2 weeks ago. Full field tee times from the WGC-Bridgestone Invitational. WGC-Bridgestone Invitational articles, photos and videos. The afternoon wave will feature Justin Thomas and Phil Mickelson teeing off at 2 p.m., followed by Dustin Johnson, the last week's winner at the RBC Canadian Open and the 2016 champion at Firestone, and Francesco Molinari, who is making his first start since becoming the first Italian to win a major earlier this month at Carnoustie.